Hi Breed family, my name is Saj and today I'm joined by Emmanuel Martin, the CEO of Breed Australia.
Hi, I'm Emmanuel Martin, CEO of Breed Australia, and I'm really happy to be here today. So Breed Australia is a charity based in Western Sydney. We're there to help people with better mindset and find ways to help them transform their lives.
Emmanuel, what's the deeper philosophy behind what Breed does?
So the philosophy of Breed is really about changing mindset, and mindset is how your brain works. And as you get older, you become set in your ways, set in your mind, and the way you think. So Breed's role and the philosophy behind Breed is that we want to get people to build new connections so that they can think differently, while at the same time finding their self-worth, their purpose in life, and ultimately become prosperous in a way that is not just about money, but also includes the connection to spirit, mental health, and physical prosperity as well.
So, why is mindset such a focus for Breed?
So why do we focus on mindset? Before we do that, let's just talk about what a definition of a mindset is.
Yeah.
Mindset is how your brain works. It's your brain in action. And every one of us has 60,000 thoughts a day. 60,000, it's a lot of thoughts. And those thoughts ultimately form our mindset. If you want to go a little bit deeper, because Breed talks a lot about changing lives and helping people, that as you get older in life, you're set in your ways. You know how you say when older people, it's hard for them to change? Well, when you're young, your brain is a lot more elastic and you are capable of actually changing the way you think because you have so many more opportunities to form what's called neural connections. And neural connections are part of your brain that puts things together, which is where your values and stories come from. So for us, mindset's important because research has shown that just by shifting your thoughts, you're able to shift the way you feel and also the way you actually act in life or the way you find your outlook in life, right? So that's why mindset is so important. From business perspective, 80% of success, I think, comes from mindset. And while you can learn about business plans and all these strategies and tactics, what is inside you is more important, your beliefs and your values. And that's why it's so important for Breed.
So, building on that, what have you learned through working with participants?
Look, it's been an amazing journey for us because in the 30 years of Breed, we've evolved a lot. Originally, in the first 20 years of our existence, we mainly focused on outcomes. So we looked at how to get people into jobs. We looked at how to write resumes. The actions that follows after you think. So recently, we've had since COVID. Actually, COVID kind of changed our outlook on life, like everybody else. And I believe that it gave us an opportunity to really reinvent who we were. And what we focused then on was really programs that help people with their emotional intelligence and their resilience, which is what was needed. And through that journey, we met some amazing people, some of the participants that you'll see in the social impact report or read about them. And those stories are not just there to talk about how proud we are of Breed. We're actually looking at real life examples of people, everyday people from all walks of life, young to older people that have taken the journey of transformation that we've enabled. And I can talk to you about some of those stories if you like.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah. So I guess when we first started the process of what's called Learning for Good, Learning for Good is our label for our programs. We were looking at the community as a whole. So initially we focused on just all of the community.
Right.
It wasn't always young people. So one of the stories I want to share with you is about an amazing woman called Lynn Lynch. And Lynn is based not far from Breed. She has an amazing horse stable accommodation, acreage, where she uses her skills to train young people in horse gymnastics. Or it's interesting. I don't know the actual name for it, but it's gymnastics. We can do it on horses. But ultimately, the aim is to find happiness for people through that endeavor of creative art through horses, right? So, but what Lynn had been through is a lot of things that we probably can't imagine. Just imagine that in 3 years, your house gets flooded 5 times. So in that case, that was a lot of resilience. She showed how to rebuild again. But the story with Breed was that while she's a very smart woman and she's done a lot of education in her life, she wanted to build a new community and she wanted to have a new mindset around how, in case a future flood comes around, how can I navigate through that challenge? So while we worked with her on entrepreneurship program, if you already asked her what the difference was, she'll tell you it was a mindset. It was the connection that she had. It was a self-worth and looking at prosperity not from a financial perspective, but around mental health as well. So cut a long story short, Lynn, if you ask her now, she'll say that she's able to, she's probably more resilient. Just the other day, like last week, she messaged me. I was actually sitting in Brisbane and she said to me, she actually sent me a picture of a vision board or a plan that she has. And she goes, look, I'm still using the learnings we've learned those 3 years ago. And finally it's making sense because you told me that you need to be patient when you have change. So she says, well, I've been patient and now the fruits of what I've learned is coming together after those 3 years. So for me, that was about transformation being not short term. And one of the things about Breed is we don't do short term programs. Yes, we do 1 day or 6 week programs. But as you might know, the majority of our people that we've helped, we've kept in touch with over the years. And that's kind of what you'll see in the social impact report that's come through.
Yeah. So it seems like Lynn's story has really stuck with you. Are there any other stories you'd like the audience to hear?
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about Lincoln.
Sure.
Because Lincoln was a symbol of an everyday, the boy next door that wanted to build a better life for himself. And, there's an amazing video that's out there at the moment about Lincoln's own story that was produced in-house by our own team.
Yes.
And for me, Lincoln is an example of the average Aussie bloke going through whatever he went through. Yeah. Lincoln came to us when he was in a stage of his life where he kind of hadn't found himself, a bit lost, and he'd be very open to say that, his self-esteem and his self-ideal about himself wasn't where he wanted to be. And he wanted to learn from Breed. He wanted to learn the learning for good topics, which was emotional intelligence, resilience, goal achievement, and obviously entrepreneurship. And in a period of about a year, we saw total transformation in Lincoln. He was getting up earlier. He started going for walks. He started absorbing information like a sponge, actually. And he started to put that in practice. Because a lot of people write down things and they set goals, but not many people actually achieve them, actually follow through. And Lincoln was a person that followed through. In a period of time, now he's written his own book. He's an author. He's also a musician. He's written his own songs. And if you asked him how he's gone, he would say to you that, well, it's not everything's gone as well as I wanted it to, but it's a journey. So Lincoln's story should inspire all of us. Yeah. And the fact that we still keep in touch with him after the initial programs shows the connection we have with him and that we know that long-term change is what's important.
You've worked with young people in the justice system, migrants and refugees starting their life in Australia, and even young people going through psychosocial disabilities. What kind of personal transformations have you witnessed through these programs?
First of all, Breed wants to work in areas where the need is there that not many people want to go into. We mentioned 3 areas there. And that's what really Breed's about. It's about the underdog, I guess. Someone that deserves a second chance. I don't really believe that Breed is there or we exist to change the past, because whatever's happened. And one of the things that we're really interested in is changing the future for young people. The one that really I feel has given the most impact or potential future impact is going to be our work in the Youth Justice Centres. We actually work in a Youth Justice Centre at near Penrith in Sydney called Cobham. And over the last year, we've been working very closely with the school that's there, as well as the Youth Justice team, to help young people, in this case, young men, find that same connection, new connection, and the purpose in life, for them to build their prosperity without getting into trouble. And I've seen the most remarkable young people there in terms of their desire to change. I've seen instances of potential transformations that can change the world if they put their mind to it, the mindset to it. So the programs we run in the Youth Justice, which we want to do long term, it's not a short term program, is that we believe that every person deserves a second chance, regardless of what has happened in the past. And Breed's role is to help change their mindset, their thoughts, and their emotions to build a better future. We're definitely in it for the long journey there in that segment. In relation to, I'm also a migrant. And I came here in 1985 as a 11-year-old. And one of the things that I really feel is that we need to nurture our migrant and refugee community because they add so much value in this country. First of all, the sense of belonging that they're actually Australians. And sometimes, from a personal experience, I can tell you that people still question me that if I'm Australian after all these years. But one of the things that we want to provide with young people, actually from a refugee background or a migrant background, is give them the resilience and the self-confidence to express themselves in this new country. So we've worked with many different programs in that area. Even older migrants, we've had entrepreneurship programs that we've created new businesses for, as well as helping young entrepreneurs who have come from, migrant backgrounds. Recently, we have worked with a duo of young boys called Voltic Clothing. They were part of our Walk Festival recently, and they've launched their own clothing label. Now, they have a lot of tenacity and hope, but I can tell you, and they'll agree with me, that they need to learn long-term strategies for them to actually succeed. So we are working a lot in the migrant sector. Particularly also recently in the psychosocial disability space. We're partnering with another organisation called Western Sydney Migrant Resource Centre, and we're helping young people who have been diagnosed with psychosocial disability, which in itself is a limitation for them to interact with the wider community due to their own internal challenges, to build them, again, the self-confidence, the emotional intelligence, and the skills to actually make some money in Australia. So that's been an amazing journey that we've experienced in the last couple of years. The other interesting, amazing story that we've had was an individual called Daniel, who was in year 10. And we worked with a school called Cath West, and we still do a lot of work there. And the teacher that was in charge told me that I've got this amazing young person that is really driven to start his own business. And we've worked with Daniel for a while. In I think 7 weeks, he started his own coffee roasting company. How is that even possible for a year 10 to have so much passion and commitment when there's so much distraction out there these days with social media? That he did it. And in the case between Lincoln and Daniel, Lincoln had a mindset shift he had to go through. Daniel already had the mindset. He just needed the knowledge on how to start a business, and this is what we did. So Breed isn't just about mindset. We're also about outcomes. We really do believe that entrepreneurship is a great way to express yourself and create your own future. I'm very interested in social enterprises where businesses can give back to the community as well. So that was another story.
If you had to summarise what Breed has discovered through all its program work so far, what would it be?
It's a great question. Last week, I was at a memorial or a ball for an amazing young girl called Charlotte O'Brien. Not sure if you heard. Charlotte took her life because of bullying, and that really impacted the community. But it also gave Breed an opportunity to talk about what we are there for. So in terms of what we've discovered during these years is that the part we play in human transformation is very set. Like, we know exactly where we want to be.
Yeah.
We're not there as a therapeutic organization that fixes when an outcome's already happened, where we go out there and intervene and provide case support. That's not our role in this community. I believe that our role exists before that, an early prevention of something that can get blown up to a point where we lose beautiful people like Charlotte. So we want to give them early stage intervention in terms of knowledge and practical ways of managing your emotions and feelings, building resilience, which research has shown prevents chances of you getting to a point of you need to see your psychologist is minimized if you can manage those thoughts yourself. So our part is very clear that we're there to help people manage and navigate through their emotions and ultimately build their dreams with a lot more confidence before it gets too late.
Yeah.
So we're there to save lives. It's very important to continue the work that we do, and that's Breed's place in the community.
Over the 11 programs run in the last couple of years, when you look at the impact we've created, what gives you the most hope?
Well, I think you've answered it. What gives me hope is people have found hope. What gives Breed a sense of purpose is that we've noticed that people have become more confident, more resilient, and they have hope for a better future.
Yeah.
Across the board, young people, older people, from different walks of life, all being able to understand basically how to manage their feelings and their emotions, but also set some really brave goals for themselves in the future. And that's what we need in this world right now. And that's what gives us hope, by giving them hope.
Yeah. And if our listeners could only have one takeaway from this episode, what would you want that to be?
Never give up. Know that your thoughts are so powerful that it can run your life, but you have the ability to change your thoughts at any given moment. A bit of resilience and be empathetic. Learn the art of empathy so we can make it a better world.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you for that insightful conversation.
Thank you.
If today's episode resonated with you, whether you're a potential donor, partner, or someone who simply believes in building strength before crisis, we encourage you to click the link below for more information. Thank you.